Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at the 10 weirdest unlockables in LEGO games. The LEGO games are chock full of familiar and obscure characters, but there are some who look downright bizarre or have left us scratching our heads. Did any of these characters catch you off guard? Who do you think is the weirdest LEGO character you've seen? Share with us in the comments below. Now, let's get odd.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Chang Zhu, LEGO DC supervillains. DC Comics is perhaps more well known for its complex and iconic villains than it is for its roster of heroes. Thing is that the last type of villain we were expecting to see was a cracked egg with robotic spider legs. For those unfamiliar, Chang Zhu is a mad scientist who possesses the power of self-resurrection. Compared to the rest of the LEGO-fied DC supervillains, Chang Zhu is pretty freaky to look at. There's just something about his demeanor that makes our skin crawl, which isn't something we'd normally say about any other minifig or big fig. My god, just rewatching this is like, ugh.
Here there, silly.
Howard the Duck, LEGO Marvel superheroes. We understand that the first LEGO Marvel game was meant as a celebration of the comic book brand, highlighting some of the greatest heroes and villains made by the conglomerate. However, we were shocked to see Howard the Duck make it into the game. At the time, there were probably many kids asking why a cartoony, goofy-looking duck was rubbing shoulders with Iron Man and Captain America. Admittedly, this one was probably more for the adult players to remind us of the pain inflicted by the Mallards' 1986 movie, which I know we're not really supposed to talk about, but come on, we have to acknowledge it here. Besides, all Howard can do is quack and launch rockets. So, what are the reason would he have to be here other than to bring up repressed memories? Come on, really? Really? You're gonna remind me of that awful movie? Man, even 11-year-old me didn't like it.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Jimmy Fallon, LEGO Jurassic World. Okay, we can admit, it seems odd to call this one of the best celebrity cameos in a previous video, only to turn around and call it weird now. Look, for what it's worth, Jimmy Fallon is a neat little cameo from LEGO Jurassic World, but players would need to have seen Jurassic World the movie just to be in on the joke. Otherwise, the cameo comes off as more of an obligatory feature than a reference. Besides, the head and hair and face, they don't really look like the talk show host at all. And the fact that the character doesn't really say anything makes us wonder what was the point of including Fallon in the first place. Couldn't you guys have gotten him to repeat lines from the movie or even put in a few jokes at least?
The Mosasaurus uses its flippers to steer and its tail to propel itself forwards.
Bing Bong, LEGO The Incredibles.
Hey, what's going on here? This looks like fun.
Don't get us wrong, we loved Inside Out as much as the next guy. Heck, I actually liked it. I'm not even that big of a Disney Pixar fan, honestly. And we totally understand that to make LEGO The Incredibles a celebration of Pixar, we needed a rep from Inside Out. It just wouldn't feel right if we excluded any Pixar movie. But you gotta admit, Bing Bong looks really, really strange. And we know, he's an imaginary friend, so yeah, he's gonna look a little bizarre, but as a LEGO minifig? Honestly, if the game simply deleted his name, we wouldn't have guessed it was Bing Bong. It probably would have been better if they included one of the emotions like fear or anger instead. They would have served as better playable characters than this, but hey, at least we could summon the wagon whenever we want to.
I know my rocket's around here somewhere.
Green Lantern, LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. Beyond Gotham already featured an expansive cast of DC's weirdest characters like Bat Cow. Come on, did anyone really expect Bat Cow to be in a LEGO game? Anyways, what really caught us off guard was the voice of a familiar Looney Tune. A Looney Tune dressed as a Green Lantern? Your eyes do not deceive you. This is absolutely just Daffy Duck as a member of the Green Lantern Corps, but this wasn't played just for laughs. One episode of the 2003 Duck Dodgers TV series sees Dodgers get a hold of a Green Lantern outfit and become an honorary member of the Galactic Guardians. It's such a specific moment in Warner Brothers history that we can see why some folks might have been confused with this Batman Looney Tunes Lego crossover. Kathleen Kennedy, Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. As we saw on our list of the best celebrity cameos in LEGO games, many of these celebrity cameo spots are typically reserved for celebrities who have shaped pop culture in some way, shape, or form. While Kathleen Kennedy has served as producer and/or executive producer on a number of classic movies, such as Jurassic Park and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, her name has become pretty controversial within the Star Wars fan base. So to see her get immortalized alongside J.J. Abrams in LEGO Force Awakens is a bit peculiar. Shouldn't this have been a spot to reserve for George Lucas? Heck, I would have given it to Ahmed Best, personally. Interdimensional Being, LEGO Indiana Jones 2: The Adventure Continues. Okay, I'm just gonna say it right now, alright? I know, this is like the umpteenth time I've brought up the interdimensional being. I promise you, I'm not here to try and just keep kicking LEGO Indy 2 to the curb every chance I get, but you gotta understand where I'm coming from, man. When you charge 1,500,000 studs for a single character, you need to bring something else to the table besides a crystal skull ability and moving ants. If you weren't going to give the interdimensional being some cool powers to justify the high stud cost, then why even include it as a playable character in the first place, huh? Somebody answer me that. I need someone to explain what the point of this was, besides popping a trophy and an achievement. We have a character who's unlocked in the story, who can do the same exact things. Oh my god, I'm just... ugh! This game makes me so mad. I'm sorry, let's move on. Alfred, LEGO Batman the video game. We got nothing against Alfred, we swear. In fact, we almost put Bruce Wayne on here instead. But there's just something so odd, yet admittedly hilarious about seeing Alfred take center stage as a secret character. It's too dang funny. For the first time ever in a Batman game, we can go around beating up dudes as Bruce Wayne's elderly butler using a single fist. And the best part, he holds the tray up perfectly with his other arm the entire time. It's weird to see, yes, but you can't not crack a smile. Come on, this is like the best part of the LEGO Batman game. Gonk Droid, LEGO Star Wars series. The Gonk Droid is typically one of the very first unlockable characters and one of the worst you can nab in the game. However, its lack of abilities or general use makes it feel like a pity unlockable, really. Like, hey, oh, you want some percentage progress right now? Well, here you go. 0.2% for unlocking Gonk Droid. That's how it feels like to buy him. Eager to unlock your very first character in the game? Well, why not dump a few thousand studs on this guy? Fact of the matter is, there just isn't any purpose with him. As I said earlier, the Gonk Droid is just another fraction of a percent to tack onto the completion rating. And even with the Super Gonk extra turned on, we struggle to comprehend its use. Is this thing really just around for the memes? Indiana Jones, LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. Now normally, we try to limit our list to one entry per game or franchise, but we just had to double down here on Star Wars when we saw the familiar face in the complete saga. To unlock Indiana Jones, all you have to do is head to the bonus area of the hub and watch the trailer for LEGO Indiana Jones The Original Adventures. When all is said and done, you can buy him at the cantina for 50,000 studs, and all he does is use a pistol and a whip. This guy's got no special traits to make him unique, and his character model isn't as detailed as his model is in LEGO Indy. So he's pretty much just a novelty character. Yeah, maybe wait to grab him until after you get the stud multipliers, otherwise you're just wasting your time.
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.